Alright guys, we're gonna get started in about 3 minutes here. Got some healing music on. You need some healing after. Powell spoke this morning, probably brought us down a little bit. Now we're at kind of a crossroads. We'll talk about it. It's an interesting market because you got conflicting info here, so. But we are steadily climbing back, which is a good sign for the bulls, definitely. It could be one of those situations where you do pump back up to 24K before anything else happens. I do think, with the 2-day, strong, higher time frames tend to be stronger. Gonna get a drink of water. I'll be right back. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Ahmad? So yeah, for the Discord signals, it's entry price, stop loss, and take profit. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Let's see. Dan Pena is so against Bitcoin on Twitter. He thinks everything's going down. He has like some bot or something that just keeps posting the same things over and over and over and over again on Twitter. He doesn't have many followers. About 5 seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Alright, what is up, guys? Evan Aldo here. Let's get right into it. Let me start with a poll and then we'll get right into the... Alright, let's just do some analysis for those waiting. So what we want to start at is on the 2-day right here. So, this is big. This is a very rare bullish sign. This is probably, even given the environment, this is probably even a little bit, but given the environment, very bearish environment, big bear market, this would be almost as bullish as back here. See this bullish div, this deep bullish div here that brought us back into our bull market out of our mini bear market. This is very powerful, and this could easily bring us up to, I think, around 25K. Some people think 28K, even 30K, definitely in the cards as well. And, it makes sense because nothing goes straight up or straight down. So that's what we got to look for. We got to really look at that. And I think that may, outdo some of the more bearish things. Your daily, you confirm the same kind of bullish div, big bullish div, kind of like the last time we had something like this was back here. Brought us out of our mini bear market. Bam, you came up. So, yeah, here to here, bam. Is very strong. And a bit of your short-term, more bearish case, red dot in the 16-hour, okay. You came into the green a little bit there. that was a nice place to just go short on the 16. And that could bring us, there's the possibility always of a double bottom or something of this nature here, double bottom even off of this general place. And then you come up a bit from there. That could happen as well. We're due for a choppier market as well. Kind of what we saw last summer too, just very sideways choppy. We're due for a kind of thing like that. I mean, just look at where was it? This area right here, just choppy, choppy, choppy. You could get that. It would be something like choppy, choppy, and then eventually come to a bottom or something. Maybe it's 12K, 10K, maybe it's even 16K. Unlikely, but maybe we had already hit the bottom at what was it, 17.6K. So yeah. You had Powell talking this morning. That's probably what brought us down a bit here. Because, that probably brought us down a little bit. But now we seem to be recovering, bouncing off of the spider line that we hit pretty nicely right here. So just, you're trending in this channel. It's, right now, I would say you had your 4-hour VWAP curving up. You have your 3-hour trying to get into the green here, which is pretty big. Really waiting and looking for that to come into the green. So that's a little bit of the other reason why I'm a bit more bullish, especially considering the 2-day. That's why I think, we have in all likelihood something like this could happen. Definitely a high probability of that. And then your 2-hour trying to come back into the green here. Hourly trying to come back into the green as well. Nothing goes straight up or straight down, kind of in a row. So that's what we got to look at as well. You didn't quite make it to your market cipher. I've been messing around with market cipher SR a lot. Market cipher SR, the VWAP here. Didn't quite make it to that point yet. I think we should make it to that point. That point, obviously, it could be used both as good places to go, scalp short and scalp long. Probably right here would have been an example of a scalp long off of that point soon as well. A little late on the 10-minute there, but as we kind of reclaimed there, could go either way. Sometimes it goes right through it. So been experimenting with that point here, pretty good. Right there, and bam, that'd be a good place. So, yep. So that was Bitcoin. Let's look at what you guys are saying. Bullish. Yeah, I mean, that still could happen. Let's see. Not before 12 to 15K. So, okay. So it's a fake out pump. It will drop to 18, 19K. Well, we already dropped to high 19s, so yeah, it's up a cool. Yes, we already dropped to the high 19s, and 18, 19K is down here. So yeah, you could make the argument, and that would be made through the argument through these. Probably your 12 and 16 hours would support that argument that you're talking about. Coming right down here, this area, or even this area again. It's probable. I have a scalp long in, or for a short scalp short from yesterday. Added a bit to that position, waiting to hit the next take profit there. Believe it's somewhere around here or something. Could be even a little bit lower. Got to look at that, and then did a long that still hasn't had an outcome yet. This morning, based on a pretty trustworthy strategy, also that combined with the 2-day bullish div. So yeah, and those are the two main trades right now. So that's kind of where I am right now. And it's been a bit of a tougher market. Definitely not the best market. You saw Crypto Face didn't have the best time trying to go short, and we're short right around here. So yeah, I mean, not going to win all the time, but we're right more often than not. Definitely had some really good trades in. So, nice hit, double bottom pattern kind of off of this. Your 15-minute coming up. You could easily come back up to here, this general area, and then come back down. You also have this right here, this little pocket here. Price tends to like to stick to places like that too. So that's another big thing to look at. Take a quick look at ETH. So ETH hit pretty perfectly ETH, same thing. 2 days confirmed in ETH. Doesn't necessarily mean, we're just going to pop up all the way from this, but it is a rare bullish sign. It probably could be compared to, if you look at the last, bear market, we had quite a few of these. Even it took even that one. It was that one where you had to wait. So we had quite a few of these on the way down. This one kind of looks like, you could compare it in terms of money flow, something like this, but we did come up a bit more here. You did come up a bit more. That's why I think you will come up a little bit more in all likelihood, maybe 12, 13, even 1,400, maybe even 1,500. But yeah. And then these time frames give the argument that you're just rejecting off of this point. And in terms of do I have any? I don't have any spider lines in this chart, but the next next main point off of this, probably around 700. Yeah, probably around here, 700, 600 to 700. My main projection of where we're going to bottom out, somewhere between 300 and 600. That's your major kind of accumulation phase, I would say, 300 to 600 here. I think it's going to take a little bit longer than just a week or two to get there, though. It's probably going to be August, September by the time you get to those points. So just coming up here, kind of the same as Bitcoin. Coming up with the money flow on some of these are some bullish arguments to be made. Still in the green in the hourly, just hanging on there by the skin of your teeth. Your 15-minute does look pretty good here. I like the curvature on the way up. Yeah, I kind of like the bounce we saw, kind of bullish there. And then your 4-hour, you're trying to come up with a VWAP. You were trying earlier, it was closer earlier, and then you came back down, especially with the 3-hour as well. So, it's an interesting market. It's a tough market. I would say at this point, if we could get some bearish divs or whatever on your, that would have been a nice, pretty scalp short entry right there on that red dot right there, and then bam, right down. So if you could get bearish divs hitting that point, possible scalp short, but I'm cautious with the shorts at the moment because of that. I definitely am pretty cautious with the shorts. It didn't break 23. Why was it rejected? Let's see. How would you have caught? That's a good question. How would you have caught that high? That 23. Where was it? On our, I believe, yeah, right here. So 21. So yeah, 21 right there. Rejected off of that. How would you have known to enter that short? Yeah, nice bearish div on your hourly. That would have been a good place. Definitely. And I don't know exactly. I'm trying to remember where we went. Was this yesterday? Yeah, we shorted this too. It's still a nice scalp shot. I still have that short in. I added to that short. The average entry point is somewhere right here now. And yeah, somewhere right here. And I'm going to be taking some more profits pretty soon on that. So that was a nice trade in the exclusive Discord. So yeah, if you guys are interested in the exclusive Discord, link in the description below. Keep in mind, you might want to wait till July 1st because you're going to get double charged. That's how Patreon works. You get charged on the 1st of every month and when you sign up. So yeah, let's do a poll. What do you guys think? What comes first? $18K. Believe you guys have been more bearish. Definitely more bearish. So I would expect it to be more bearish. And somebody wanted me to look at Matic. Okay, yeah, nice little hit off of our market cipher SR right there. And it's like everything else. The good thing about this, that some of these altcoins kind of give the the view that we could pump just a little bit more here, just a little bit more. Like if Bitcoin goes to 24, 25, this could go to like 50 cents or something. You got that bullish div that confirms in a day. Your 2-day probably already confirmed, or it's getting very close to it, confirms in a day as well. and you're hitting off of, you know, the market cipher SR point. So that's something too. So this definitely does look a bit more bullish. This might be, it just might be a, where do we want to draw our fib level? You know, for a trade on this, you know, what could you do with this? Let's see. I would say if you wanted to, I mean, I haven't traded any, probably I'm just thinking the percentage. I mean, if you wanted to take profits right, yes, 17%. Super low leverage, obviously. We're just buying a spot and sell at this, not the best risk-reward ratio, but you could probably get away. That would be pretty good, you know what I mean? Like something like that. Yeah, up to 50 cents. It might be doable, especially with the 2-day, the 3-day bullish div. You know, probably the lowest we've ever been, at least on this chart. In the red here, we've come down. Wow, we came down to 30 cents on this. So, yeah. I mean, we've gotten, this was at 2 cents at one point, or when it first came out, it was essentially 0, but lowest it's been in a long time. So I'd expect that, you know, Bitcoin goes up to 25, even 28. You know, some of these come up a bit, and then, ooh, then you come down. Then you come down. So that's, you know, I think that's a high probability, you know. Pump it, dump it. Oh, that's 18K. So slightly, you guys are a little bit less bearish than you. Let's move this over here. Than you were. So, yeah. Let's see, what was the, so yeah. Kind of is depressing seeing it at these levels, you know. Like, it's not fun seeing Bitcoin at, you know, 20K. You know, that's the price it was in beginning of 2018 or end of 2017. We went years back in time. No, well, really, you could say only a few years back in time because we were at 20K during the end of 2020, so a year and a half back in time, but still, not the most fun. See what's happening right now. They're curving back down with your 10-minute, 6-minute coming down. So these are kind of bearish or low time frames, but yeah, they always don't mean too much. 15-minute, you still got, you know, some hope there. Some good curvature under 30. This is a weird market. Yeah, it's definitely hard to really give a full-out opinion right now, but yeah. Let's see. We look at our SPY, or our QQQ. I think that's been choppy, right, today. So, yeah, the main thing, as I've been repeating for the longest time, you oughta wait until at least we get into the red on the weekly here to even think about going long on this. Not financial advice or going into this for long term or whatever, 401k or IRA, whatever, you know, because it's just been so long. Maybe even your 2-week here, because, well, yeah, that really only goes into red during actual recessions, and don't have the data on this chart, but this could be the time. This could be the time. And then where would the bottom be? You know, according to this, this is a pretty good bottom indicator when it finally, you know, gets close. How is it here? No. So it would probably be more like this. I mean, yeah, it could be. It could be a while. 2024 maybe even. If, you know, the way you map this out, it could be years. And that's, you know, 2023 towards the end of the year, just something like that. Just gradually coming down or something. It could be more of a boring market where you don't have the opportunity like here anymore. You know, a lot of people are hoping, in terms of people putting money into the market, there's a lot of greed. You know, even on S&P 500, a lot of people just putting their money in. They think it's gonna, you know, we're gonna repeat something like this, and when in reality we're gonna repeat something more like this or more like this. it doesn't always go up. Or yeah, I remember when I was young, I used to always like, because there was, I grew up during the Great Recession, and I went to public schools, and not the greatest area during it, in a poor area. And I remember what people used to say about this and stuff, and there was like all the fear and all the things people used to say about the market. Nobody really thought the market would just keep going up and up and up. People were calling the top from here. People were calling the top. Everybody was calling the top. And now it's kind of the opposite. Now everybody just sees it as moving upward. That's what Ray Dalio said. People think the recent history is going to repeat itself, and people view things as going up as they're going to continue going up rather than expensive. So yeah, but you also, you have the possibility of a dollar crisis. But even in a dollar crisis, this isn't going to be the country where the dollar is collapsing. Is not their S&P. Their betting on their companies is not going to be the way to do it. It's going to be other hedges against it, such as gold. And talking about gold, I think that's probably going to be the next thing to pop, most likely. So, yeah, good DCA once you come into the red in the weekly. If you have a couple year perspective, I guess a year or two perspective, this was a while. And this was just, they turned on the money printer here. You know what I mean? This was a faster recovery than many would have thought, than it should have been, really. So yeah, in terms of where you could end up, I mean, I don't know if you'll end up at the bottom of, we've gone back in time many years. I mean, I don't know if you'll end up at these bottoms, but you could get to, 245 or something. I know that's really low and really crazy, but, the recessions tend to be, if you come down 50%, people got in at the exact bottom there will be okay. And it usually things do go back in time here. I know this sounds very bearish, but we will see what happens here. Once you get yellow X's, that's typically determinant of, look, last time you had yellow X's, okay, you can make the argument you're getting close to the bottom here. But the thing is, too, especially where we're at in terms of the environment, money flow, your last yellow X was just at the beginning, and you didn't, let's see what the percentage was there. You didn't say we're already down 20. We're not even, you still got another year and a half about. So another year and a half from now would be beginning of 2024, end of 2023. So in terms of this analysis, it could go down for a while. Keep in mind, things do go down faster than they come up, so it's one thing to realize. In the QQQ, well, yeah, nice bounce off of there. 4 yellow X's here. This time frame that we didn't even click on, that just came up automatically, looks pretty good here. 5, I mean, it looks like you'll get a little bit of recovery now. I'm not saying you'll get too much, but you should get a little bit. You're coming into the red here. You're down with this about 30%. 50 would be here. This is 56. That would be a recession low, probably somewhere around here. You come back 4 years, about. Definitely doable. But in the short term, 5 yellow X's, some sell exhaustion, hitting off a major fib level. I like what I'm seeing for the short term, man. I like what I'm seeing for the short term. And this could kind of, amplify or help support the notion that we're going to come up to 25K with Bitcoin. I mean, it could easily just something like that, and then, well, probably take another day or two, but a little bit longer on a low time frame there. But yeah, something like this, next week or so, then you come down. It's big probability. Right now with Bitcoin, we're just, we're hovering. It's creeping back up. You see it's creeping right there. It's getting close. It's different in every recession. I mean, if you look at, 2001 or whatever, that was more of a gradual decline. Um, 2008 was down and then just, straight down. Then they just printed money. There's a lot of other factors, so it's not necessarily, maybe historically, here, no movement. There's going to be movement, and that movement's down. What's the name of the audio book that I'm currently listening to? It's Ray Dalio's new book, Principles for a New World Order. It's really good. Recommend everybody listen to that. I'm not paid to say that. There's certain patterns. Yeah, there's certain patterns. I mean, how many? Yeah, about a 12-year, 4-year bear market. I mean, that would bring us out to 2026. That's where you kind of fumble with depressions or whatever. However, 1980 through 2000 just went straight up, so nothing worse than a 30% correction. Maybe you could repeat something like that. The main history we have right now to compare to is the early 70s and during World War II in terms of inflation, and nothing bottomed out really until they stopped raising the interest rates. So that's all we have to go on right now. I think it's going to take a little bit of time to go to 12K, guys. That's just my 2 cents. I mean, could be completely wrong on this, but I think it's going to take, if history... Because, look, I mean, let's go on the weekly here. Looking at Bitcoin. Say even if we're like this would be the argument for 12K. Here to here, down another 46%. Probably even worse than 12K and 9K or whatever. Right there. It took some time. I mean, and you could rally up to 20, even higher than 22. I mean, 25 maybe even. Oh, this is my Coinbase chart. I'm not on my Bitstamp chart. Let's see a Bitstamp chart. You can rally up to this point here, and then, maybe we already did. You can make that argument, but you had some, you had some green hikings. What I want to look at is the weekly on the, so this is more, this like looks worse than here because you had some green and some, here's 2013, you had this and yeah, you gotta compare that point to that, and then we're kind of here, I feel like, and you need to have a little bit of, I mean, in terms of it, to compare a 64% increase, I don't think you're going to have that type of increase, but, you could have half of that, 30% or something, it's 32%, 23, 24, definitely could have half of that. That would make sense. A lot of red here. I mean, if you just keep coming down, I don't know. I think you got to have something here. That's my opinion. Monthly, you're kind of just getting lower, and yeah, you're at this point here, so you're essentially, this would indicate a bottom, but not exactly. Monthly does look worse because the first time ever you're getting actual well, that's a bearish div we had here, and then another bearish div from here to here. Essentially, this is kind of, that could go either way, whether somebody would consider that a bearish div, but from here, if you draw the line from here to here, that's even a bigger bearish div. So yeah. And right now we're just fooling around here. So a little bit more of you are more bearish than bullish. Let's get a green dot in the 1 hour here. It'll be interesting to see. So it's 3 p.m. right now. I got a flight to Vegas at 7:30. I'll be bringing you some content, some videos and TA from there. Be in a different time zone. Believe that's going to be the same time zone as LA, 3 hours behind. So that'll be cool. Get the Bellagio, the best hotel there, so that'll be nice. Let's see. What's up, Crypto Bull? So, QQQ, what's happening at the moment? It does follow it to a certain extent. Also, the Dixie kind of, the DXY kind of shows that you'll come up a little bit, because this is, you know, it seems like you should come down a little bit with the power of the dollar, you know, or getting to that point a little to come down a teeny weeny bit at least. Especially 2-day bearish div. I mean, I think you're gonna get something. You know what I mean? You're gonna get something here. I think it will eventually go higher, but I think you're gonna get, you know, blood diamond under 6 hour. That's another sign it's gonna go down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. These are some strong signs that you're gonna come down here, and that we're gonna have some relief in the next week or so for, you know, Bitcoin and equities. So that's another sign. So I'd give it, you know, in all likelihood that will come up for Bitcoin and equities. This confirms in 4 hours. Yeah, that's what I would say. As of right now, very boring. You know, after the movement right here, you just got to, that was one. Oh, we hit that point exactly an hour ago, hour and 20 minutes ago, or yeah, in 1 minute. So now we're coming back down. Really choppy, not too much happening. 4 yellow X's here. Bit of a recovery upward. In terms of entering a trade, yeah, let's see. You know, the hourly money flow into the red, you know, if this does happen, it could take a while. It's a good place to look for a short. This would be a nice place to look for a swing long. 3 hour money flow into the green. That'd be a nice place to look for a swing long. If you wanted to do something like, you know, something like this, try to get up to, you know, this point, maybe a little less, maybe even this point. That'd be probably a better risk reward ratio at this point, 23K. I think, you know, I'd definitely wait till that goes in the green. Should only be a few hours from now. By tonight, that'd be probably a nice long. And one piece of advice I want to give you guys, you know, is you don't need, you know, this is a mistake I've been making too a lot lately. I've been over trading, you know, just too many trades. You don't need to do that many trades to make money, to make even a lot of money. You know, you could wait for it's right when it's right. That's what Crypto Face always says. You don't need to take every possibility. You could do just a trade a week or trade a month and make a lot of money, or trade, you know, every other day. So, you know, I like to add to trades a lot, you know, when they're already in profit, because it's risk free a lot of times after you took profits and set the stop loss and new average entry point, especially if you're in a big uptrend or a big downtrend. You know, we finally kind of ended, you know, this major downtrend from 31K here. Got a little bit of relief. Now it's just a matter, do we come up some more or do we come down? And, you know, I do think you can come up here given what I'm looking at, you know, at least to back up to this point, or, you know, here, 23K or something. That's what I'm really looking at. So, yeah. Yeah, man, I'm gonna be at the Bellagio. Yeah, message me if you're around. I'll be with one of my friends. We're gonna go to a pool party. I'll be there until Saturday, and I'll be driving up to Lake Tahoe to see Yosemite. So yeah, and the thing too is, like, you know, people would probably wonder, like, you know, I'm gonna be traveling all around doing all this stuff. How am I gonna have time to you know, give trade signals and give all that, and what's, you know, and do these videos? And what's crazy is, like, sometimes when I have less time to do it, I do better in my trades. You know, one of my best trades was when I was at Yellowstone National Park last May, or not, the May of 2021. And, you know, it was a big short entry as we were crashing, but, you know, I wasn't spending all day looking at the charts. I was probably only looking for the charts an hour when I woke up every morning, and I was doing really well. So it's, you know, it's a lot of things, a lot of things don't take as much time as you would think. And your life could change very quickly. That's when I first started getting very good at trading, and it's been a nice ride. So yeah. Coming up with the VWAP and the hourly here. Wish we had a little bit more excitement in this live stream. Gotta. Wave we could look at. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Boring sideways week, so this guy's been good. Yeah, Cool has been very good lately. Are you in the Discord, man? Are you in the Discord? I almost want to have you in the channel. You seem like you really know what you're talking about. Wave. You mean waves or just wave? Or is there a different wave? Is it waves or is there a wave? I think it's waves. That's the thing with some of these. They look like everything else. I mean, you're kind of hitting that point. If we do continue forward, the weekly looks awful. Rejecting off of there. I don't like it as much as I would like Matic for a possible long right now. Matic looks decent for a long, so yeah. This looks more of like short city. It's a smaller cap too, so yeah. Now we're coming back down to this point right here. Thing too is like when you're in a sideways, when you're in a lot of sideways action, just going long or short, if you just have your take profits on the closest spider line, either here or here, or probably here or here or whatever, there and a little under there, you're probably gonna hit it, especially if we go more sideways. AVAX, buy or sell, please guide me. Buy or sell what? We'll look at AVAX. I gotta start packing in a second, so I gotta get off. That's another thing too. I mean, enjoy your summer, as everybody's been saying, and travel, see new things. Don't take anything for granted. There's a lot of great places to see in America, or see anywhere in the world. So experience it while you have the opportunity, I would say. This looks, I like the weekly green dot. This looks like we could pump a little bit. You're hidden off of, the market cipher SR point. Now it went away. That's weird. Okay. Yeah. It's better than waves, I'll say that much. For a lot of these too, I mean, based on they're confirming the. How's it through? Oh, you didn't even. That's weird. You didn't even get the. Yeah, for a lot of these, you might be able to get something like. Let's go on the daily so we can see better, but. What? It's some glitch or something. Why it's. Come on. Maybe even something like that, up to 23 bucks. I would probably be 20 or 18 or something. Like, we don't have, the problem with this is you don't have much. You got some stuff at 19, probably here like 18, yeah. That'd be decent if you went 19 or something like that. Gave it a shot. Yeah, you guys think price is like right there right now though. Alright, yeah, it's a little bit lower. Something like that might be doable. Probably wouldn't be the worst idea. We'll see what happens though. Yeah, the air, it's just that's inflation, I think. I haven't read, if there's any other reason aside from inflation. Air travel, really expensive. I think it's pretty much double, what it's been, and from what I've looked, and I mean, it's always cheap to, no matter where you're flying to Vegas from, it's always pretty reasonable, but yeah, no, it seems like it's pretty much double. Renting a car wasn't too bad though. Yeah, Zion and Yellowstone, they're both amazing. Yeah, do it, man. Yeah, I'll be in Lake Tahoe after, and Yosemite I'm gonna see too. I'll be back in Florida in about a week. So yeah. This is just. I mean, if you make the argument, we just bounced off, this spiral line, it's normal volatility kind of on the way up. Trying to 12-minute, yeah. I mean, these points kind of act as magnets. You might, I mean, what I think is most likely here is, something like that. Like, you're probably going to have to be waiting for an outcome for a decent amount of time. So, yeah. I don't think you're going to lose 20, too easily here. I don't think this will be the place where you lose 20. You know what I mean? Like, confidently, lose 20 and then just come down to 18. Could be wrong. Could definitely be wrong, but I don't think so. I don't think so at the moment. Yeah. This is kind of cool how you could hook up I was doing it with ACAP. You do the trades on here. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. That would, but yeah. When did I start to learn trading? A few years ago. When did I become profitable? After like 3 to 6 months, about. Head and shoulders on Bitcoin. 36 likes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna head off, guys. You guys are a little bit more bearish. Oh yeah, gold. Let's finish up with gold. So the reason why we could, your weekly VWAP is coming up. Doesn't look like you'll just roll over and go into the red, unless you have some crazy dump with everything, and then after that it starts to recover, because that's normally what happens. 2 weeks coming up, the VWAP monthly red dot, but that's not, it almost doesn't look as good as I want it to. You do have the bullish div on your 2-day as money flows coming out. It does. Oh, I think I just have a feeling with this that it's going to be the next thing to pump. I don't know why. Just because of the inflation, I guess. We saw oil. I mean, obviously Russia had to do with that, but I feel like you got to have something here. I feel like it's inevitable to come up to 2,500 in the next couple of years, within the next year probably. That's what I kind of feel like. If history is any indication here. But yeah. Current a bullish div in the 1 minute. Now we're coming back down. So, a bit more boring, but yeah. All right, guys. Gold historically does the best during recession. True, yeah. We don't know how Bitcoin's going to do during recession. It hasn't been around a long enough, but yeah, maybe the the Peter Schiff still, the gold bugs, they'll have one last hurrah, at least one last hurrah. So yeah, guys, smash the like button. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Check out my exclusive Discord, link in the description below if you're interested in some of my entry points, stop losses, take profits. Not right 100% of the time, but we had some really good trades in there. So yeah, check that out. Also my trading course, check out, link in the description below with discount code down below as well. If you want to learn TA, how I place all my trades, all my strategies, I think it's going to help you guys out a lot. A lot of people have really liked it. Check that out. And BITGET Phoenix, there's some good promos going on right now. Check out the links in the description below. And let's see what else. If you want to do a one-on-one session with me, link in the description below. And yeah. So that's about it, guys. I think Market Cipher, link in the description below as well, with the discount code down below. That's about it, guys. Hope you have a great day. Goodbye.